Shalom, family. This is the CIA's greatest hits. Hit number 13, Bloodbath in Indonesia. Some people justify the CIA's crimes by saying that we faced a brutal and ruthless enemy in the Cold War. The winning was of paramount importance. The problem with that argument is that no one could ever be more brutal and ruthless than the allies we embraced. There's no clearer illustration of this than Indonesia, the fourth most populous nation on earth. From 1945 to 1965, the president of Indonesia was Sukarno, a star among third world leaders, active in the non-aligned anti-imperialist movement. He'd long been a thorn in the side of the US. Even worse, the Communist Party was a part of his governing coalition. The CIA had backed a failed uprising against him in 1958, had tried to assassinate him, and had even attempted to embarrass him by making a porno film starring a Sukarno lookalike. In 1965, they finally scored. The Indonesian military, trained and backed by the US, provoked a leftist coup against his leader, General Suharto. When the coup failed, the military used it as an excuse to dispose Sukarno and replace him with Suharto. According to diplomatic documents, the coup was a setup to justify the military takeover. What followed, as depicted in the film, The Year of Living Dangerously, is almost beyond belief. In just a few weeks, between 500,000 and a million Indonesians were put to death, many in a grisly fashion. But don't worry, the Suharto regime assures us they were all communists. It was later learned that the death squads had been working from hit lists provided by the U.S. State Department, the usual cover for the CIA agents. The 1965 massacre was only the beginning for Indonesia's new military regime. In 1975, its army invaded the tiny nation of East Timor, a former Portuguese colony, which had which has the bad luck to its own significant oil reserves. From 1975 to 1999, between a quarter and a third of East Timor's inhabitants were slaughtered by the Indonesian military, with arms largely supplied and paid for by the US. On a per capita basis, this was the greatest genocide since the Holocaust. Combined with the 1965 killings and other atrocities, it put Suharto in the first rank of the 20th century mass murderers. Following protests and pressure from the military, Suharto was disposed in 1998 and died unprosecuted 10 years later. East Timor finally granted full independence in 2002. And that is the end of hit number 13.